All right, this is episode 4 of the Frontlines podcast. We got got Max right next to me here again.
Yeah, we have another article. Well, this is actually more of a story. There was a man recently exonerated of two men. Wow, recently exonerated of a 1992 rape conviction.
Yeah, it's and DNA and other new evidence proves 2 men served a combined 36 years for a crime that never committed. So one of the men actually got out a lot earlier, but the second one just got out this month.
Wow.
And with the consent of District Attorney's Office, today a New York County Supreme Court judge vacated the convictions of Gregory Counts and Van Dyke Perry for a 1991 gang rape that the complainant now acknowledges never occurred. So when is she going to start her 26-year prison sentence?
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how this kind of stuff can get through. I mean, our legal system's pretty good, but it's just scary hearing about these stories that are.
This is a false claim.
Yeah.
Like filing a false police report is a crime, but these people are never punished.
Yeah, I know.
Like people who do these.
People who file these for no reason.
And the conviction, this was the kind of story, sometimes they're when someone's not guilty, but they keep pushing it and they get convicted anyway.
Yeah.
Well, they never searched the car that this allegedly took place in.
Oh wow.
And the DNA found at the site and on the victim was not linked to the defendants, and it was proven to be not theirs.
Yeah, that's amazing. I don't know how they
were still convicted.
Yeah, how do they not research into this when they're convicting these people, and how do they get enough evidence to convict? And you need to realize that our justice system may be good, but it's definitely not perfect. And
I think this was a while ago, and I think that they found these two black men that were allegedly committing a crime, and they tried to push the conviction. They obviously didn't do it.
Yeah.
And and she claimed that the plaintiff claimed that she was abducted near a Queens subway station and forced into Jones's 2-door brown hatchback and drove to Central Park, where the alleged assault took place. And I don't even believe that. I think it says that these 2 men weren't even in the area at that time.
Yeah.
And numerous pieces of evidence should have given police and prosecutors pause before bringing the case to trial with evidence that existed at the time. Well, they knew that these 2 men didn't do it, but they were trying to get a conviction.
What were these guys' lawyers doing during this? I mean, you have the right to a lawyer. They must have a lawyer.
Yeah, the jury that convicted these men, what are these people doing?
Yeah. Well, I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know this whole case, but it's amazing that the defendant couldn't string together a decent argument to even show that there's some doubt of this conviction.
And
especially for such a serious crime.
And Perry insisted that he was at work, and Counts said that he was babysitting his brother at the time. And there's a quote here: "This case paints a very dark picture of the criminal justice system in New York, especially at that time and continuing today."
Yeah. It does, honestly. I mean, it's terrible that this kind of stuff can happen, but it happens a lot. It happens to people on death row. It happens to people for all sorts of crimes.
Yeah, and this article is coming from the Innocence Project, because I haven't seen any other mainstream media reporting on this, but this is a really important thing to report on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to move on to something else?
Yeah, I mean, just to wrap this up, it's amazing that this kind of stuff can still happen, even when I would call one of the best justice systems in the entire world in the U.S. I mean, we need to figure out ways to fix this, and it obviously can never be perfect, but these kinds of loopholes going through...
This is always going to be failures.
There's always going to be problems.
I mean, we found O.J. not guilty. Come on, that guy killed her.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Oh my gosh. We don't want to get into that.
So, next we're going to be covering a lighter, but still kind of not so great story.
Pretty messed up.
Yeah, pretty messed up. This man bit a dog to establish dominance. And we're going to put this dog on the board right on the...
Yeah, we could put up a picture.
In the screen right now.
It's a really cute dog.
It's a good dog.
And this man said that he bit his 2-year-old dog's ear in an attempt to establish dominance, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office's records show. And Patrick Campbell, 27, was arrested on charges of aggravated animal cruelty at about 1:15 a.m. on Thursday, and and the Palm Beach authorities, they took control of his husky Dimitri. And my question is, what was this guy on?
And why did he name his dog Dimitri?
That's a great name for a dog, man.
I prefer the 2 syllables.
Dimitri. Dimitri.
But yeah, why would you do this to your dog?
This dog is a sleeper cell here to infiltrate the capitalist government.
Bite his ear off.
He's trying to infiltrate me. He destroyed. He says that Dimitri destroyed items in his apartment, including a pack of cigarettes. Good dog. Cigarettes are bad for you.
Yeah.
Don't smoke the cigs.
And I mean, he's a dog. You gotta train your
dog. I mean,
dog.
it's a dog. Come on.
You gotta train your dog. I bet this guy never took his dog to training once.
That's not his dog's fault. Come on. He tried to grab the dog's neck to discipline him. This guy shouldn't be allowed to have a dog.
This guy shouldn't be allowed to live.
And he barricaded himself in his bedroom closet.
Oh,
when the police
that's
showed
terrible.
up. He's being held at bail for $10,000. No, he did this to a dog, so like, death penalty. Just kidding.
No, this is ridiculous.
This is abuse.
And the dog was sad. The dog was so sad. He just wanted to be loved.
You shouldn't be doing this. He should, like, the bail should be more than $10,000 if you hurt dogs. Like maybe a cat.
Fine. Cat, I don't care.
Yeah, cats would be bad, but like dog is a lot more important.
Yeah.
We here at the Frontlines podcast are taking a firm stance that dogs are better than cats.
Yeah,
I think you can agree with me on that.
Yes, 100%. My dog's right out the door right now.
If you're a cat person, then I mean, we have no sympathy. Okay.
We don't want.
That's really a short story.
Yeah, that's all. You know, it's a smaller scale, but it's still a pretty harsh story, and this is only one instance, but still,
lock him up for life.
Instances of animal cruelty are terrible, and while we're not vegetarians or vegans,
no, I will never do that.
we
cows are not dogs. Cows are not the same as dogs.
Yeah, we obviously don't go for any of this kind of stuff.
All right, this next article we have is coming to us from the BBC. Girl 5 fined 150 pounds for lemonade stand. And Andre said his daughter burst into tears and told him, "I've done a bad thing." A 5-year-old girl was fined 150 pounds by a council by selling like 50, I think cents in Great Britain is pence or something.
Yeah.
And it was 50 whatever cups of lemonade to festival goers. The girl's father said his daughter set up the stall in Mile End, East London, while thousands of music fans were on their way to the Love Box Festival this weekend. And oh gosh, the council said they canceled the fine and apologized. What?
Trading they were fined for trading without a license, which it's illegal. But a 5-year-old girl selling lemonade is different from a random guy on the street selling stuff without a license.
Oh my gosh! Oh gosh! What was going through their minds when they did this?
Oh yeah,
guys, there's I apologize for this accident I'm about to do. There's a 5-year-old down the street.
5-year-old down the street. There's 2 robbers robbing the bank over there.
So we're gonna need to get our finest men on this. 5-year-old girl selling lemonade.
There's murderers in London.
We need to
but
stop
you know
this.
what? I think it's a little bit more important right now.
The monthly murder
to stop the girl with the lemonade
stand. A few months
stand.
ago, the murder rate here was more than New York for the first time ever.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But we don't need to focus on keeping that from happening again.
Yep.
We need to stop this lemonade stand. This is a danger to society.
Exactly.
We can't have. What if she's putting illegal substances? I know she's 5, but she could be a mule. Gosh. Oh yeah, the street trading license rules. To operate a market stall, you need a street trading license. She's 5, and it's lemonade for half a pound. There are 2 types of street trading licenses: temporary and permanent. The application fee for both temporary and permanent is £75.
Oh, wow.
But, who's going to make £75 from selling lemonade for a day?
Well, you can't get the license unless you have the £75.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I used to do those, lemonade stands, as a kid. We would make, $30
Yeah,
a day.
No, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you don't do it. You do it to make a little money, but you mostly just do it to have fun.
You must be over 17 years of age to hold a license.
Sorry, our lemonade stand.
To sell hot, high-risk food There are several extra restrictions in place on a street trading license.
Is lemonade hot or high risk?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they walked up to her and, like, explained that she didn't have a license. You need a license to sell lemonade. I can't. They were issued a fine of $150 and were told to pack up and leave. The council spokesman said, "We are very sorry that this has happened. We expect our enforcement officers to show common sense and use their powers sensibly." What? Who are these people that did this?
Who was the person that just went up to the little girl, or how many people just said, "Hello, little girl"?
It's not like this person is, like, trying to have a business. Like, you're not gonna... They're, like, gonna make, like,
I hope she moves to America.
They're gonna
honestly.
make, like, 20 pounds in a
Move
day.
to America.
I mean, gosh. I mean, for all that's wrong with America, we would never do that. And they said that the fine will be canceled immediately, and they've contacted the girl's father and his daughter to apologize.
They better.
Alright, so it wasn't like the whole council that did this. It was just like a couple, like,
Random people.
Officers on the street. And, you know, a lot of crazy stuff going on in Great Britain.
Yeah, and this is one of them. You know, I think in the future we'll have a lot more to say about Great Britain, because there's some serious stuff going on there. Trying to ban knives now, or
are they actually trying to do that?
Well, they're holding towards knife rallies for people not allowed to have, like, they want to put more restrictions on knives now that they banned guns, and the murder rate is still
well, they haven't
really
banned
high.
Guns.
Well, they've put so many restrictions on them. They are basically bans. Not for hunting, but for the most part, they are basically banned. Yeah, we're gonna talk more about that, but for now,
in other news about the British thing, I kind of just want to bring this up for a second. For all the people that care about the royal wedding, what are you doing? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, after 241 years, we have finally infiltrated the British monarchy with the American that married the prince or whatever. Stage 2 of the revolution has begun.
Exactly.
We will slowly take them over. We will get an American as the king or queen, and then we will make Britain an American colony. We're going to recolonize them.
Colonization Part 2. All right, we'll be back after this break.
I saw a thing that was, first, there's, European countries, colonizes the rest of the world. The rest of the world, reverse. Like the reverse card from Uno. Reverse.
All right, now we're officially done. We'll be back in a second for another segment. All right, we're back. And so, in France, people have been rioting over something about Nutella.
The Nutella sale, that was so good, people lost their minds.
Off. Oh.
Eager shoppers got a little nutty. Let's see what you did there. When Nutella was slashed to 70% off at some supermarkets throughout France.
Yeah.
Viral video.
That video we just showed was an example of that. Yeah, Nutella is... If you haven't heard of it, I'm almost sure you have, unless you live North Korea. Nutella is chocolate with nuts in it, hazelnut, yeah, and just a chocolate spread. When they cut it to 70% off at some French supermarkets, people wanted it really badly.
Viral videos show things devolving into chaos as shoppers grab, push, and scream to scoop up many jars of the chocolate spread as possible. The quest for the kitchen staple got so out of hand at a supermarket that police were actually called to the scene. An employee in Loire, I believe. How do you pronounce that?
I don't... Wait, where is it? Oh, I have no idea. I take French, but, you know, not good.
It was compared to the Battle of Brezina fought between the French and the Russians.
This was likely a more epic fight, but there are no videos of the Battle of Brezina to be sure.
As the saying goes, hell hath no fury like a determined nut spread shopper. Oh god, that's crazy. This is kind of done.
Yeah, this is a
quick one.
Yeah, people rioting over the smallest things. France is a little bit crazy in general. Yeah, I'm sure you guys have heard about this, especially if you live in America. Last week, I don't know exactly when this is going to be uploaded, but a couple days ago, there was a shooting in Santa Fe which killed many students, and it was done by a male with a shotgun and a revolver.
Almost all of them are male.
That is sad but true.
Except the YouTube shooting.
Oh yeah, didn't even kill anyone except herself.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Three people were transported to the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston Friday after a school shooting in Santa Fe that left 10 people dead. And a Santa Fe police officer, a retired Houston police officer, was transported to the hospital by life flight with a gunshot wound to his upper arm. And doctors at the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston say the officer was in the operating room for several hours. He remains in critical condition. And the medical director said that a middle-aged female that was wounded is in good condition after sustaining a gunshot wound to the leg, and a 16-year-old boy treated for a gunshot wound to the leg was discharged on Saturday. So I believe yesterday when we're recording this.
Yeah, this happened very recently, and it was a very deadly shooting, and it's not a good thing that's happening. I can't believe this is happening too often, even though it's still very rare. It's almost zero chance it's going to happen to any specific person.
Yeah, you go to school, you don't need to be worried that it'll happen.
You don't need to be overly
chances
concerned.
are it's not going to happen to you.
Yeah, I don't know the exact statistic, but it's millions to millions.
Yeah, people say I go to school in fear. Yeah. But you really don't need to.
You need to be more in fear of individual incidents than a shooting.
Because I'd be a lot more scared of being assaulted at school than I would of being shot, because that's a lot more likely to happen to me.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
But I mean, people have these fears. People are a lot more afraid of going in planes than going in a car. But you're more worried.
Yeah,
you're a lot more
plane's the most safe way of travel.
I drove to the place where we're recording this, but I mean, I wasn't worried at all.
Yeah, exactly.
But the chances were a lot higher than flying.
Yeah, chances are probably higher. Chances are a lot higher than you dying in your car than getting shot at in a school.
Yeah,
too.
Actually, let me pull that out. You can talk about the article. I'm just gonna look at chances of dying in a car.
Yeah. So there's 8 parents. So I mean, there's 8 patients from Santa Fe High School in the shooting. 6 of those didn't have extremely severe injuries. They were discharged after being treated with non-threatening injuries. But there were 2 that are in critical condition, even though one of them is now doing all right.
Yeah. The odds of dying in a flight are less than 1 in 1 million.
Yeah.
And if you average one round trip flight per year, your lifetime odds of dying in a plane crash are less than 1 in 66,000. Even if an air warrior, as it says here, flying round trip every workday for 30 years has a lifetime risk under 1 in 787. So if they fly round trip every day for 30 years for every workday, their odds are still 1 in 787. Mm-hmm. And the National Safety Council data shows that 1 year odds of dying in an automotive accident as an occupant of an on-road motorized vehicle are about 1 in 12,300. This translates to a lifetime odds of about 1 in 158. Oh,
God, that's terrible.
Yeah, that actually scares me a bit. That's a lot higher than I thought it was.
That's a lot worse than...
Gosh.
Jeez.
Oh, no. And the odds of dying in an automotive accident as a pedestrian are 4 times lower than as a vehicle occupant.
Okay.
I thought that it would actually be higher as a pedestrian.
Yeah.
Because you have no protection.
So whatsoever. I guess it's safer. So yeah, it's safer to be a pedestrian.
It's safer to be in the car. I mean, safer to be out of the car.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it would be safer to be in the
car.
car.
I mean, high-speed crashes, though, they can do a ton of damage. But granted, so can a car going 40 miles per hour straight at you. So it goes both ways.
All right, do you want to move on to something else now?
Yeah, so, we kind of strayed away from it, but Santa Fe high school shooting was very tragic. And, we want to find out how to stop as many of these as possible, but we also have to realize that people are safe at schools in general. This shouldn't cause excess hysteria, and everyone that goes to school shouldn't be worried, as they will almost surely be all right.
All right, here we go. This we have a Canadian zoo fined after taking bear out for ice cream. And like that's such a Canadian thing to do.
Yeah, we're gonna put this picture up on the screen.
Yeah, it's like it's a picture of a dude holding out an ice cream cone for a bear to be a bite. It's like, hey, we better take out the bear. He needs a break, man. He's been working hard for people to come look at him. He doesn't get anything. Right, the trip to take a bear for dairy.
They shared a video of this.
Yeah, it says here, the trip to take a bear for dairy got hairy when zoo owners were fined for failing to tell authorities about the ice cream dash. A wildlife park has been fined after they forgot to tell police they were taking their bear out for ice cream.
Hey, police, I'm taking my bear out for ice cream.
Couldn't you just bring the bear ice cream? You gotta take him out into public. The Discovery Wildlife
I don't know what the Dairy Queen equivalent of Canada is. Let's. We need to take this bear out to Dairy Queen. Let him choose what flavor he wants.
Like, hey, what flavor do you want? Ugh! Vanilla?
Vanilla, sure. We'll take it. Looks like some chocolate chips, too.
Yeah. According Discovery Wildlife Park in Alberta, Canada, drove Berkeley the bear to a Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, I got
it. DQ. To get ice cream and shared a video of him being fed through a window by the store's owner. There's a video of this? Is it in the... Oh, no, it's not, they don't have it on this article.
Oh.
Dang it. The owners of the park were charged under the Wildlife Act and admitted they had been busy and made a mistake in not telling the local government about Berkeley's trip. Oh no.
The zoo's permit apparently requires them to alert authorities before moving animals to get ice cream.
They shouldn't be allowed to take animals out for ice cream.
Well, it depends on the animal.
And just bring them ice cream.
Depends on the animal.
Yeah, maybe they could take a bird or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd love to take my duck out for ice cream sometime.
Well, the duck might fly away though.
Oh yeah.
They have to put him in.
Chop off its wings.
No, whoa! Animal cruelty. We talked about that earlier. It said we will pay fines and have already instituted changes to our protocols and put them into practice to ensure that these notifications are done every time without fail. You shouldn't be taking bears out for ice cream. What if they kill someone?
What if it's a good bear?
What if
it's a good bear?
What if the bear kills someone? They should be in a trailer, locked up, so they doesn't get out.
That's what happens in America.
The only time they should be taking it out of the zoo is so they could transport it to the zoo, to another zoo, or back into the wild. Oh my gosh.
Bears. All right, we'll be back for one last little game, and then we're gonna end this off. We'll be back in a second.
Okay. All right. Here we go. This we have a Canadian zoo fined after taking bear out for ice cream. And that's such a Canadian thing to do.
Yeah, we're gonna put this picture up on the screen.
Yeah, it's like it's a picture of a dude holding out an ice cream cone for a bear to be a bite. It's like, hey, we better take out the bear. He needs a break, man. He's been working hard for people to come look at him. He doesn't get anything. Right, the trip to take a bear for dairy.
They shared a video of this.
Yeah, it says here, the trip to take a bear for dairy got hairy when zoo owners were fined for failing to tell authorities about the ice cream dash. A wildlife park has been fined after they forgot to tell police they were taking their bear out for ice cream.
Hey, police, I'm taking my bear out for ice cream.
Couldn't you just bring the bear ice cream? You gotta take him out into public. The Discovery Wildlife.
I don't know what the Dairy Queen equivalent of Canada is. Let's. We need to take this bear out to Dairy Queen. Let him choose what flavor he wants.
Hey, what flavor do you want? Ugh! Vanilla?
Vanilla, sure. We'll take it. Looks like some chocolate chips, too.
Yeah. According Discovery Wildlife Park in Alberta, Canada, drove Berkeley the bear to a Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, I got
it. DQ. To get ice cream and shared a video of him being fed through a window by the store's owner. There's a video of this? Is it in the... Oh, no, it's not, they don't have it on this article.
Oh.
Dang it. The owners of the park were charged under the Wildlife Act and admitted they had been busy and made a mistake in not telling the local government about Berkeley's trip. Oh no.
The zoo's permit apparently requires them to alert authorities before moving animals to get ice cream.
They shouldn't be allowed to take animals out for ice cream.
Well, it depends on the animal.
And just bring them ice cream.
Depends on the animal.
Yeah, maybe they could take a bird or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd love to take my duck out for ice cream sometime.
Well, the duck might fly away though.
Oh yeah.
They have to put him in.
Chop off its wings.
No, whoa! Animal cruelty. We talked about that earlier. It said we will pay our fines and have already instituted changes to our protocols and put them into practice to ensure that these notifications are done every time without fail. You shouldn't be taking bears out for ice cream. What if they kill someone?
What if it's a good bear?
What if
it's a good bear?
What if the bear kills someone? They should be in a trailer, locked up, so they doesn't get out.
That's what happens in America.
The only time they should be taking it out of the zoo is so they could transport it to the zoo, to another zoo, or back into the wild. Oh my gosh.
Bears. All right, we'll be back for one last little game, and then we're gonna end this off. We'll be back in a second.
Okay. All right. Here we go. This we have a Canadian zoo fined after taking bear out for ice cream. And that's such a Canadian thing to do.
Yeah, we're gonna put this picture up on the screen.
Yeah, it's a picture of a dude holding out an ice cream cone for a bear to be a bite. It's hey, we better take out the bear. He needs a break, man. He's been working hard for people to come look at him. He doesn't get anything. Right, the trip to take a bear for dairy.
They shared a video of this.
Yeah, it says here, the trip to take a bear for dairy got hairy when zoo owners were fined for failing to tell authorities about the ice cream dash. A wildlife park has been fined after they forgot to tell police they were taking their bear out for ice cream.
Hey, police, I'm taking my bear out for ice cream.
Couldn't you just bring the bear ice cream? You gotta take him out into public? The Discovery Wildlife
I don't know what the Dairy Queen equivalent of Canada is. Let's... We need to take this bear out to Dairy Queen, let him choose what flavor he wants.
Hey, what flavor do you want? Vanilla?
Vanilla, sure. We'll take it. Looks like some chocolate chips, too.
Yeah. According Discovery Wildlife Park in Alberta, Canada, drove Berkeley the bear to a Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen, I got
it. DQ. To get ice cream and shared a video of him being fed through a window by the store's owner. There's a video of this? Is it in the... Oh, no, it's not, they don't have it on this article.
Oh.
Dang it. The owners of the park were charged under the Wildlife Act and admitted they had been busy and made a mistake in not telling the local government about Berkeley's trip. Oh no.
The zoo's permit apparently requires them to alert authorities before moving animals to get ice cream.
They shouldn't be allowed to take animals out for ice cream.
Well, it depends on the animal.
And just bring them ice cream.
Depends on the animal.
Yeah, maybe they could take a bird or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd love to take my duck out for ice cream sometime.
Well, the duck might fly away though.
Oh yeah.
They have to put him in.
Chop off its wings.
No, whoa! Animal cruelty. We talked about that earlier. It said we will pay our fines and have already instituted changes to our protocols and put them into practice to ensure that these notifications are done every time without fail. You shouldn't be taking bears out for ice cream. What if they kill someone?
What if it's a good bear?
What if
it's a good bear?
What if the bear kills someone? They should be in a trailer, locked up, so they doesn't get out.
That's what happens in America.
The only time they should be taking it out of the zoo is so they could transport it to the zoo, to another zoo, or back into the wild. Oh my gosh.
Bears. All right, we'll be back for one last little game, and then we're gonna end this off. We'll be back in a second.